We're live.
Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. Kat, Stephen, Soul Taker, hi. Sky Dancer, hi. Grasshopper, hi. Chappie, hi. You can come up if you've got time.
Come up, Chappie.
I posted the link up at the top if anybody wants to come up. Um,
Hey, Kat.
who else we got in here? I don't know.
If Bob wears his skirt, he has to wear his fishnets. You wish.
Only Oscars, June, hello.
Hey, Jan.
So first off, I got to apologize for missing stream again because I missed Saturday because I have a really bad cold. My foot is getting better. This is my health update. I'm still kind of plugged up, but feeling a little bit better. My foot is getting better. I can walk almost normally. But with that part getting better, now I can really feel the bone bruise on my ankle and the side of my foot, and it's swelled up. And I tried to get shoes on today, and I couldn't. So that's how that's going. Weather-wise here, we got 21 degrees, and I keep getting a pop-up red flag at the bottom of my screen that says temperatures plummeting, which is why I think tomorrow it's supposed to be 17 for a high and something like -4 for lows and snow. So that's fun.
That.
Yeah, it is getting better. I'm still having to, I need to do an auction really bad, but I don't have it ready. I haven't been putting heat on it, but I've been spending a lot of time laying down with my foot up in the air. So I haven't gotten a lot done. And then when I have been sitting at my desk working, I'm working on an oil painting that I'm doing for Ginger that I want to get done in the next couple of weeks. So,
oh my God, I was in high school when you started that.
I know it's been a while, and oh dear, yeah, but most people graduate high school before they turn 60, Bob.
I'm almost finished.
But yeah, I'm walking okay, but my foot's like I can whereas before I couldn't walk, but it didn't hurt when I was sitting. Now it hurts when I'm sitting, but I've got ibuprofen, so that helps. But I think it's because whatever the main problem was, whether it was a pulled tendon or whatever, I think that's healed up, but it's allowed the pain from bone bruising to show, because I slammed my ankle into the steps as I was doing like a 3-step stumble slam into the wall thing, and I think I did a bone bruise on my ankle and the side of my foot, which is still healing, but it's getting better. And I plan to go to town as soon as I can get my shoes on. I tried today, but I couldn't quite get my shoes on. So,
all right, anybody that's not up here for coffee, get off the counter. Molly, Holly, whoever, get down. Jesus. Trying to get my coffee.
So that's what's going on with that. What's everybody in chat up to? I want to get back to where I was before, where I'm like caught up with some art. I got to do an auction because I haven't paid my rent yet this month. But after that, I'm going to start doing a couple giveaways every week again, because I had so much fun doing that, and I haven't done it for a while. And for those of you who don't know, I have given away well over 300 pieces of art in the last couple of years, but I haven't for the last month or so, I think. But I'm going to start doing that again because I really like doing that. And it's fun. But I feel bad right now because I need to get to town and mail everything that I've given away and sold. But like I said, I tried today, but I couldn't get my shoe onto my foot because I'm still a little bit swelled up. I don't have a heat pad to use to take down the swelling and inflammation, but I have been elevating it. And I have been taking ibuprofen, which helps a bit too.
Get here. Get those
Almost fully
stickers.
recovered from your surgery. That's good. That's good to hear. Oh, Kat, I
That
don't
is
know
good.
if I said hi to you. I was reading your comments, but I don't remember if I said hi or not.
Bread
I
bags to
thought
their
people
feet.
in your generation used to tie bread bags to their feet. I actually had to do that when I was a kid, when I'd walk to
Never.
school in the snow and rain to protect my shoes. But you don't just wear just bread bags, you wear the bread bags over the top of shoes. Hi, Crown
Man,
Tail.
don't you feel bad now for making that comment?
But yeah, when I was a kid, I used to have to tie bread sacks over my feet to protect my shoes going to school because my parents would not get happy if I ruined my shoes.
You weren't allowed to have rubbers.
Did I roundhouse kick someone in the dome to hurt my ankle? I wish that had happened, but no.
That's who I gave those fish to. Roundhouse. I couldn't remember my stream who I gave the ones I won that one time on Dan's a couple of years ago. It was Roundhouse.
Actually, what I did, chicklets, is I like was walking across the floor and I guess I stepped wrong because I pulled a tendon in the bottom of my foot. So it was making me limp a little bit, and really stupidly I forgot about it. I mean, because it was just a little bit of a limp. And then I stepped outside for something. I have 3 steps going down to my porch. And I stepped down off the first step without even thinking about my foot. And instantly, like, pain shot up through my foot.
You got a nerve.
And I, like, half stumbled and half fell down the steps. And in the process of doing that, I slammed my ankle and the side of my foot into the stairs somehow. So then I went from having a little bit of a limp to barely being able to shuffle walk, and I couldn't put any weight on my foot. So, but it's healing. I just got to get the swelling down a little bit so I can get my shoes on. It was kind of a stupid thing because if I would have been careful going down the steps, I'm sure I would have been fine. But I had totally forgotten I was even limping. I was just bebopping along and stepped right down and instantly, like, felt it. And like I said, I didn't fall, which is good, but I like stumbled, like half stumbled and half fell down the steps and then slammed into the wall.
Oh, hell no. Is that ants?
And I don't know exactly what I did to the foot doing that, but I think I slammed my ankle. I just know that when it stopped, when I hit the bottom and was holding onto the wall, I was like just standing there shaking because I hurt. It hurt. Hi, Chew.
Yeah, what Cell Taker said. Ice the first 24 hours and then he.
Yeah, I've just been like, I ordered some ibuprofen from Walmart, and it got delivered the next day, but it sat out leaning against the door for most of the day because it was a major ordeal to go down the steps to get a hold of it and get back up the steps again. But I got it, and I haven't been taking it like constantly, but whenever it starts hurting real bad, I take it, like, right, because I know I don't want to overtake the ibuprofen because it's not good for you. But like, I took some about 3 o'clock, which was like almost 6 hours ago, and I'll be taking some more here pretty soon because it's starting to hurt a little bit. But I'm not taking it too frequently because ibuprofen kind of contributed to my sister dying. Contributed because she was a heavy drinker and she had a bad liver anyway. And then she got a toothache and was taking like handfuls of it, and her liver started just bleeding out, and they couldn't do anything for her, and she passed away. So I'm well aware that ibuprofen is not good for your liver. I don't drink that much, so I'm sure my liver is fine, but I still don't want to overdo it on the ibuprofen. Does that make sense, Bob? Being the
Yeah.
nurse?
Yeah. I just wish I had bought stock in that Black Ball or whatever that stuff is you drink.
Fireball?
Fireball. Black Ball.
I drink it usually during my Wednesday stream. I'll have a little bit. I'm not today though. I haven't for a few weeks because I'm almost out. But that's about the only time I do it is during my Wednesday stream. So I don't call that heavy drinking. Like a shot or two a week during one stream. So it doesn't look like anybody's going to join us tonight. What are you up to tonight, Bob?
I'm just
There's
sitting here.
Yossi.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here holding him if he wasn't watching
Hi,
you.
Sergi.
He's watching you. There's Pam.
Yeah, I can't take Tylenol because I'm very allergic to it. Like if I take Tylenol, like my legs swell up instantly, so and turn red. So
Yeah,
Tylenol is not a thing I can do.
most of the liver transplants that I approved at Blue Cross when I was the transplant case manager there for liver transplant was for Tylenol overdose, not alcohol or anything else. It was always Tylenol.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, I think my sister was taking like both Tylenol and ibuprofen because she was like her teeth were hurting really bad, and she already had a bad liver. You know, they'd already told her to quit drinking because she was getting cirrhosis. So the Tylenol and ibuprofen, one or the other or both, put her over the edge, and she ended up passing away because they couldn't. She was bleeding internally, and they couldn't stop it.
How come everybody's got those YouTube symbols on their logo? What the hell?
I don't know.
See that?
Yeah.
Pam, I think we passed on.
Oh, that's just on StreamYard. It's not in the regular chat though.
I never noticed it before though, did you?
No, I never paid attention. But when you go to the regular channel, the YouTube channel, it doesn't do that. So maybe it's just a way of saying that they're on YouTube versus like some people like stream on both YouTube and Facebook. So maybe it differentiates between the two in the chat. I don't know.
Yazzie got bored of you talking about Tylenol and he got down. You better go finish your supper. Go on. Go get your supper.
Tylenol never leaves the liver. Well, that's not good. Anything that stays permanently anywhere in your body is not good.
Nope. That it's not.
Remember when we were kids, they used to tell us if you swallowed chewing gum, it would be in your stomach forever.
I think 7 years is what they used to say here. That's not true. It passes on through.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff they used to tell us as kids that aren't true. Like they used to say if you crossed your eyes too much, your eyes would get stuck and you'd be permanently cross-eyed. Remember that?
Yep. I do. My mother wouldn't say cross-eyed. She'd say cross-eyed.
And they used to tell us that if you had sex before you were married, you would go blind.
Patty, just another step.
But Bob had a workaround with that. He just did it until he had to wear glasses, and then he quit.
Saw the writing on the wall. But when I couldn't see the writing anymore, I said, "That's it." You make a face that'll stay like that. That's what happened to me. Oh. I was thinking about handling some of these snakes to socialize them.
I wouldn't mind seeing your snakes. I don't really have anything going on in the stream tonight. Nobody's wanting to come up, so
Well, I was just going to sit here and hold one.
this is where if I had been like feeling good and done some little drawings to give away, I'd be giving away right now, but I don't have any tonight. So, but that's going to start again soon for you guys. Hi, Patty. If you guys that regularly come to the streams, I'm going to be doing the giveaways every time pretty soon. As soon as I get everything back in order, like my foot and the fact that I can hardly breathe and stuff like that. But I'm getting better. I got better.
I thought you said better.
Yeah.
It was either coming out of a stroke, I was, or you were.
Actually, that's a quote from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, for those who don't know.
I didn't know. So
ooh, I gotta show that snaky.
He's awake. He's got his mouse in there laying on it, but he won't eat it. Got him awake. Killer Bee's awake. She's looking better. She had a rough shed. And I see somebody cute peeping under there. It's the banana. He's the one that won't eat.
Have you tried taking him out and putting him in a tub and seeing if he'll eat?
No, I haven't done that. I guess I could. I haven't had red yet. He's the little ball python I've had for a while.
He's looking good.
Yeah. You see his mouse down there too. He wants to worry me. He won't eat, but he stays looking good. Looks like a pile of dog poop down there.
Hey, aqua balls.
Hey, George.
Sorry for the coughing. In between your stream and this stream, I had a couple sneezing fits where I couldn't quit sneezing. But my nose is all plugged up. I got a cold, so it will go away.
I'm going to get this little cinnamon out till some of these others wake up good. I've got to feed my fish before I go to bed tonight. Well,
oh, I didn't hear about that, aqua balls. I know my daughter is a teacher in Rainier, Oregon, and they had like a lockdown for a while today because some felon was spotted in the area. But
I didn't hear about that either. What happened?
There's a guy that they've been trying to catch, and I sent you a picture on Facebook actually.
Yeah.
I didn't get to read it. He's evil looking, but he is wanted for a carjacking with a gun and possession of stolen property, being a motorcycle that he stole, and a couple other things. And they're trying to catch him, and he's from Longview, which is just across the river from Rainier, and there's a bridge that connects Rainier and Longview Kelso area. So, but anyway, they saw him in the area of the school, and they did a lockdown. And when they finally let him out and everybody went home, Jesse said that there was like SWAT team and state patrol, and she said the whole area around the school was just full of different police departments.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, he doesn't look like a very nice guy. He's got like prison tattoos on his face and stuff. And yeah, he's a wanted felon, and they consider him armed and dangerous. So
Princess, get in.
Jesse said that the kids were She said they were very scared, and she said some of them she could tell they were shaking and had tears in their eyes, but they were trying to act tough through it. But she was glad when they let them go home. She's hoping that they won't have school tomorrow because some of the parents and kids were so upset, but she's it looking like they aren't going to go to school. So hopefully they catch him pretty soon.
You said they were seventh grader.
Yeah. Yep. She's teaching seventh graders right now. So who's that guy?
This is the one that I was having to force feed for a couple months. The little G-stripe that I like that I was used to hold all the time. Got her at PetSmart like 6 months ago. She's real sweet. She's the one that I showed to that guest we had that time on, and she looks so rough. She feeds herself now. I don't have to stuff it down her. Hello, Pam.
Hello there, Sneaky.
She's the one that was real calm, and I haven't been holding her much because I didn't want to handle her with her not doing well, but she's doing great now. I wonder if Mike got his video up of his new snakes.
Did he get some new snakes?
Yeah, he said in my stream earlier that he got 2 of those, the African tree snake, bush snakes.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say that. Yep.
And
I haven't seen anything pop up, but then I was like helping you mod on Dan's stream and stuff and wasn't watching.
That I think that nurse held him up doing his posting that he was warring with.
Well, that probably didn't make him happy.
Mm-mm. I hadn't seen Jenny Lynn today.
I haven't either.
A couple of days, actually.
I don't see anything from Mike.
I hope he's sleeping. Get the chat here.
Oh, you're upgrading your frogs to a bigger tank? That's awesome. I want to get some frogs one day, but I've got to get busy and have an auction because it's been like, I've been saying that for weeks now because I need to get my rent paid and I want to get my stuff to set up my snake tank, but I haven't done anything for the last couple weeks because it's just been one thing after another. But I'm getting better.
Did you call George?
No, I haven't yet because I'm waiting till I have some money and have the tank set up. Oh, gosh. That darn dog, she just yipes over everything, Bob. Have you ever had a dog like that?
No.
It's like, she's sleeping at my feet and I just move my foot and she yipes.
She might have been stepped on where she came from a lot.
That might be because she seems to be scared every time I move my foot, and I'm always like, I've never stepped on her. Never. And all I got to do, she's like half against my foot, and all I got to do is just move my foot a little bit, and she yipes.
Yeah, she is looking a whole lot better, isn't she? Grasshopper. Princess, I'm gonna knock you out if you don't get away. She's jealous of the snake.
Really?
Can you see her?
Yeah.
Mike's still. Mike was ready to square off with you when he said that he was slightly offended. Uh, I'm not wearing pants. What made you think that?
Yeah. I know Aquaballs, but I want to be able to pay for the shipping. And you're right. It'll get warm, but we're getting hit with a cold spell right now, really bad. Like tomorrow, we've got a high of 17 and a low of -4. So I definitely wouldn't want it shipped right now. But the way it works here is usually it'll be cold. It's been cold for the last few weeks, like really, really cold. But then there'll be a period where it'll warm up to where it's like in the 50s and 60s, or not 60s until late in the year, but in the 50s during the day, and that's a lot better for shipping. But -4 is not good for shipping anything, even with heat packs. That's a little bit on the cold side. But first it's off, I gotta have an auction and get my rent paid, and I want to get a screen. I've got a 40-gallon breeder that I'm gonna put her in, and I gotta get the screen and heater and stuff for it.
I told you I looked at that last place I went and they didn't have the 40s, and the ones they had were the same price as Petco.
Ah, okay.
But basically the same. But they didn't have 40s. Got your name on it, so no one is going to touch it. Well, it's warm here in Tennessee. George, you could send it over here and I could be growing it out for her.
No, he'll never send it to me. All I did was move my foot, silly. What is it, huh? What is it?
Love to send it here. You've got my address. I wish I thought I could get those axolotls shipped and they would live.
Yep, that's Star making the fuss. She's really funny. It's like she sleeps kind of half on top of my foot, and if I move my foot at all, she yipes like I killed her. She can also be, I think you might be right. She might have gotten stepped on or something. But if I stumble at all, I can be like clear across the room and she's sitting there watching me. And if I stumble, she'll start yiping. Like, what are you yiping about? I'm like halfway across the room from you.
Yeah, she's a long-haired Chihuahua. I think.
Yeah, they said she's a terrier cross Chihuahua, but I think mostly Chihuahua because she's pretty damn small. I think she weighs like 4.5 pounds. That reminds me, I'll have to get her in a pair of pajamas tonight because it's going to start getting really cold. It's going to be really cold tomorrow. Like, really cold where my heaters aren't going to keep the house very good.
Yazzie gets inside the pillowcase, and then if I move the pillow or somebody steps on him, he's offended. Mm-hmm. Princess, I wish you'd go on and lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Oh, I can take care of them. These may be inbred, is what Susie Q was thinking. Well, I know they're from the same litter because I got them from litter or whatever spawn. I got them from Ginger Graves, the two that are mating.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah,
She had a bunch of babies she was giving away.
a pharmacist that she worked with or knew had a whole bunch of them to get rid of.
It's good to see you in here, Patty. I haven't been seeing you around much. I hope you're doing okay. Aquaballs wants you to send some of the eggs to him.
I know, but I told him the last time. Yes, it's supposedly a problem. Um, and you don't know how many times before that, how many generations, but I don't know. But yeah, Holly said in my stream earlier that the ones that I sent her never hatched, and the ones that I sent Susie Q, some hatched in the mail, and then I think she said some hatched after that, but none of them made it. And when I've had them hatched before, I can get them to about 2 weeks, and then they just won't fry. Mike, they were running you down. I was standing up for you, buddy. We were wondering if you got your snakes sorted out.
Yeah, we were wondering if you'd posted a video yet, but I don't see one. You got two of the green African snakes, right? African house snakes, or not house snakes, bush snakes.
Bush snake. Not yet posted. If you'd leave that nurse alone, have time to do your things.
Did you try live baby brine shrimp with your axolotls?
Yeah. Well, see, I've tried it both ways with them.
Hi, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger. The 2 times they've hatched out, Ginger may have bred hers. Have your axolotls had any eggs and hatched out any, Ginger? We're talking about those 2 I got from you, and their eggs will hatch, but then the babies don't live past 2 weeks. I've had them live a couple of days, but even the most tedious care I can give them is 2 weeks. But yeah, baby brine shrimp. I even bought a hatcher and did all that stuff. Clam co-op eggs, the whole bit. And then I was doing like half water change every day. And Susie said, "No, don't do that. Put them in a bigger tank and do this and do it this way." And that's the way mine works. That was Yazzie laying in his bed, and the new cat that likes dogs laid down in his bed, and that's what happened. Anyway, so I've tried it all different ways, and I honestly never have seen any of them any times eat any of the brine shrimp, the baby brine shrimp.
Really? Yep. I remember I was watching a couple videos that a gal put out, and that's what she was feeding the babies, was baby brine shrimp. So that's why I asked.
And I've even done videos. I did a member video once when I used to do member videos, and just showed like one of them inside the egg still, and you could see it breathing and moving around and all that.
Yeah, I remember that.
You weren't yours bred, but never able to. Yours breed, but I was never able to breed them. That don't sound right, Ginger. That sounds all kinds of wrong.
She says I was never able to raise the fry.
Oh, okay, I see now. Yeah, Susie Q says she thinks it's because they're inbred or something, but I don't know. And if she would breed with this other male, I've got a natural black male, but as far as I know, words are hard. The only thing I can raise is my blood pressure. That's TMI. This little girl is still just as sweet as she ever was. Just laying there. She's so sweet. I'm surprised Ginger hadn't got into reptiles as much as she's hands-on with her critters.
Oh, I just saw Mike said he took a nap instead of making a video. That's probably good.
I laid down just to play it on TikTok. TikTok had some awesome stuff on this evening. I'm going back to it later when I go to bed to go to sleep. And I thought, well, I won't doze off, but let me just set an alarm. And I woke up at 5 to 9 by that alarm to get to dance. I could see Ginger, a big snake person. I know I could too. I'm reducing my tank count again. I can't help Ginger. I've still got one of yours in the garage. I can't get in the house. And I've got to move all of mine out of my kitchen, possibly to replace that floor. Maybe a
Ginger says
gecko.
not a snake person, maybe a gecko.
Geckos are cool, but
Yeah.
how much cooler could you have than that? It's just hugging my hand. It's so soft, and it's warm now that I've been holding it. We do need a TikTok intervention. There was some really good stuff on there.
I never go on TikTok.
It's awesome. I just go for entertainment, but I have been posting a couple of like 15-second videos on there of my animals and stuff lately. It's real easy to post on there. I think that's one reason people like it. And just 15 seconds and 15 seconds of music, and it takes you a minute to do all that, and you're done.
I saw a 15-foot python eating a crow, or no, a cow, on YouTube Shorts.
No, I won't be. I saw that too. The cow was still standing up, I think. The big calf. Saw that, something like that. Yeah. And I thought, well, whoever's taking that picture, why don't they jump in there and help that poor little cow? People seem to get away with more stuff too, raunchier stuff on TikTok. Of course, I turn that stuff right off. That filth, I won't watch it.
Oh, sure you do, Bob. Sure you do.
Right?
Speaking of TikTok users, do you know when what's her name's due with her new baby?
Somebody just had a baby. What's her name?
Haley. Haley.
Oh, no, this wasn't Haley. I don't know.
I haven't seen her on Facebook for a while either. I saw that I think she said she was having a little boy.
Yeah, I did see that. Something like a sonogram or an ultrasound or something. How old do they have to be to breed, Ginger? What's Ginger breeding? Oh, the axolotls, 6 months.
Oh, I was going to say 18. Okay, I'll shut up.
You see
Commas are good aqua balls, by the way.
You see the little testicles on the boys about 4.5, 5 months, and pretty soon after that, it's date night. I'm always impressed that so many eggs come out. No, they're just salamanders. Ball pythons can breed less than a year. I mean, it's not good, I don't think. I think you need to wait till they have more weight on them, and a lot of things can breed early like that. Wild pigs, they breed every 4 months, just like cats. Cats do the same thing. They come in heat every 4 months. Or they come in quicker than that. They can deliver every 4 months.
I'm thinking I should get ready and for my Saturday stream, do an auction and some giveaways. I haven't done a giveaway for so long, and I've been working on a painting, so I haven't really got anything ready, but I think I might like put an hour or two in every day and maybe get some giveaways ready in an auction or two piece.
Every 3 weeks. I can believe that. Yeah. And also the veiled chameleons, they can go at 6 or 7, 8 months. And I wish I hadn't let mine breed now. I was a dummy for doing it because she was egg bound. Follow your own advice. And that's why you wear glasses, right? No going back. I can't undo it now. Actually, I could get that LASIK thing and Blue Cross would pay for it, but at this age, what's the point?
Yeah, I used to have rabbits that I bred too. For food, we had I think about a dozen cages. We had one male and a bunch of females, and they were mostly New Zealand's because if we had to kill the babies and butcher them, I didn't want them to be pretty. But we did it. One time we had a real pretty Rex rabbit. But I mostly tried to keep New Zealand's because they're just white with red eyes, so they're easier to
Wait a minute. I'm not sure
butcher.
what Soul Taker's talking about. He's talking about me or the rabbits or the snakes or all of us. She just relaxed completely. She just went totally limp on my hand.
Okay.
You know, snakes can't close their eyes. I don't like that for them. I wish they could. They don't have eyelids, I guess.
Hey, Reels.
Hey, Reels. Cheers. I thought I saw Reels in Dan's stream say cheers, but then I don't know what happened. I got on down and didn't see him anymore. Might not have been. It's hard to keep up in there. Had to time you out 3 times, Pam. Lurking. Oh, okay. I probably did see you then. I told Princess to go to bed and she went to the other side. She's over here watching in Dan's. All right. That other one I said was when it got up, I was going to get it. So let me clean my hands to get him out the pod. Oh.
That's such a pretty tank. I love that tank and the fishies in it. Gotta be careful though because Bob's getting something out the ship, so you never know what that's gonna be.
What?
Yeah, those bush snakes are pretty cool, Mike. They're really cool snakes. when I get my snake, I'm going to put like so many clips on the top that it'll take 10 minutes to open it up.
That's what's taken me so long since I lost that house snake. I doubled up on them everywhere. I did name the tide one. I think it's the tide, yeah.
That parrotfish is hanging there watching the surface, or whatever kind of fish it is. I don't think it's a parrot, but the orange one, he's watching the surface waiting for food.
Yeah, I've got their food ready.
No, it's not an Oscar. What kind of fish is the orange one in your tank behind you, Bob?
Several.
Severum, yeah. That's a pretty snake there. And he looks pretty relaxed.
He was out crawling around. He didn't eat. He ate the first day or two, but now he's not eating again. He was the one that was sitting on the mouse. Look at if he starts crawling. Can you see him okay?
Yeah.
If he starts crawling, look look at his saddles and see what you see. I can't talk. It's okay, Bubba. Good boy. Wait a minute, it might be this side. No, it's both sides. And he, what the saddle looks like is what I named him. Orange, very cool. I can't believe you talked me out of tide, then you got one, Bob. See that, Mike? Did I talk you out of it? It's definitely a pretty snake. You see that next to the last saddle? Where his butt? I did. Okay.
Looks like a smiley face.
It's like a little gremlin, especially in person. And on this side, I'll probably scare him real bad. It's exactly the same almost. It looks like a little gremlin, like with sunglasses and smiling.
Yeah, I see the sunglasses.
This side's almost exactly the same. Wow, he's not liking that. So I named him Gremlin.
I'm going to leave you up for a minute, Bob, while I go get some, go start a pot of coffee. Because I need coffee. So you're going to be by yourself for a minute. Don't panic. You'll be okay.
I'm in good company. Here he comes. Yeah, this guy is a super pastel high white pied. I went back and looked at what the breeder had on his stuff. He's got to learn to eat a little bit better though. He's 3 months old. He's a baby. Yeah, the white belly. Right now, the yellow bellies and everything are hot, but I don't really. It's all what you prefer. Sorry. I don't dislike the yellow, but I don't see if there's anything special about them for me. I never had them either, Cat, till I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago when Nathan passed away in the Fishfam and I got his. I had it out, I guess Pam's last stream, Sandy. Yeah, I like, especially on a pod, you know. There's nothing wrong with yellow belly. They're hot right now. Now they may be linked genetically. You know a lot more, Mike, than I would. They might be genetically linked to other morphs. You have to have yellow belly to get this or that. I don't know. There's so many combinations. No, anacondas are not safe to keep. Not for me. Those guys get real big and they can get aggressive. Got to have a big place with water, I think. Those are way too big. This little snake won't get but maybe 4 feet, 5 at the most. And he'll always be sweet like this as long as I'm good to him. All the snakes keep people out of my house. Same here. I haven't had anybody in my house. Not even the guys that came to clean my roof and gutters and yard of all the leaves. I told them they could come in. It was cold and they didn't want to come in. Okay. Didn't want coffee. I'm Mojo liking. Those other two are doing so well together. He's squeezing me with his tail. He'll go like 1/4 of an inch and then squeeze me hard with the tip of his tail. Thanks, Mojo. Just a little pied ball python, little male. And I've just named him Gremlin, I think, because I don't have a better name. When she comes back, I'll see if I can get that killer bee. She's the shyest one of these new ones. This is good that y'all are putting up with this because I do need to be handling these, especially the new ones, more. Both bush snakes are just hanging out at the top per usual. Yeah. Do they have a nose in there? What about Gizmo, the cuter version of the gremlin? Gizmo's not a bad name, but I have I can never remember his name that Mike named. And I call him Gizmo half the time. Haven't put any of those in yet. Now you said you got 3 green ones to keep as pets. But did you say you got 10 others for the snakes? I still have the 2 of those in with those other 2 ball pythons. Somebody was over there climbing all over it and just fell. So let's see who I'll be bringing out when Pam comes back. You sure are pretty. This is the first time you've really been out a while. Very handsome. Got 3 green for pets and 9 brown. How much did they have the? I can go on there and look. The bush snakes for. I think they're like 90 or 70. I can't remember. One of mine ate the other one, and the other one died. I don't know why, because it ate good. Maybe it just didn't like being in captive. I don't know. 1999. See, I've got everything. I need to break down some more tanks. I've been wanting to break down my 20 long on the kitchen counter, and I've actually got a cover for it, a reptile cover.
$19.99 for 3 green anoles and 9 brown.
No, just for a bush snake, I think.
Oh, that's pretty cheap.
It is cheap, because I was thinking I paid maybe 69 or something like that for each one of mine at a local store. Of course, I didn't have shipping. You know, that included them getting them shipped, I'm sure. They were talking on some live stream about, it was Frank that we had on Reptiles.
Yeah.
He's doing live streaming. I think it was Monday night that I came in the end of his live stream, and it was very interesting, and you could tell he was enjoying it. But he said, don't ship your reptiles. Use a shipper that there are like 2 or 3 big reptile shippers, and they get it 50% off, and they issue you a label and all that stuff. So it was
wow.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
That might be something you could use. George could use shipping your snake. I forget the name of them, but I guess you could just Google reptile shippers or something like that.
Yeah.
He said that he always uses them to send his geckos and whatever. Tanks in the kitchen counters too, Ron. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Mojo. Is Mojo in here?
Yeah.
Hey, Mojo.
Yeah.
He's one of the he's another mod over on King Frostmare, and he lives in the Denver area.
Yeah.
I wonder how cold it's getting in Denver. We're supposed to get 17 for a high tomorrow and -4 for a low. But we're actually a little bit higher than Denver is.
Your weather probably goes over that way after it leaves you, but I guess.
We're supposed to get a little bit of snow tomorrow, too.
All right, I said when you came back I was going to get one of the other 2 new ones out.
One of the banana?
The banana or the killer bee, they're together. They're already sweethearts. Come on.
Oh, there's Mojo. I missed you because I was putting some coffee on.
Well, maybe you can entice.
$64. Oh man, we probably won't see 64 here until probably like June before we'll get up in the 60s again. We haven't seen too much snow yet, which is kind of unusual. We usually have a lot of snow by this time of year, but we've just gotten sprinkles a few times. Usually there's somebody in our Fishfam family that's willing to step in and take snakes if anything happens. One of Bob's snakes is from a real nice guy that passed in our group, and Bob went and got his snake.
Yeah, that's how it got me started.
And I'm sure if anything happened to any one of us, there'd be people willing to come get our critters.
There's the banana. He just came out of his hide.
He's such a pretty little guy.
And there's the killer bee. And they're so silly. They look at each other and one will turn and run the other way, and then it'll follow the other one. And they never have fun. Whichever one lets me get it, that's who I'll get out.
Ozo, hello, how are you? Yep. And plus everybody in our fish fam is really good about helping other people. And stepping in like that if something happens or someone has to downgrade their tanks or whatever. People are real good about helping.
Is it light enough in here to see these snakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the little banana?
That's the banana. Oh, he's scared. He's the one that hadn't eaten it all yet. But he looks good.
Are you going to have to force feed him, or are you just going to
No.
kind of see?
No, not nearly to that stage yet. He's just been eating live mice, so I just got to get him. He shows interest in the dead ones, but he won't strike them. I don't know that I could feed him. He's pretty strong. Glad to hear that. Ozo, or Ozo. Killer bee is what I wanted when I first started looking for female for Dusty. Every now and then I see that spotter gene in her mic. I see her wobble. But just like when she strikes her food, she's a good eater. She'll get it, but then she'll deviate off or can't hold the weight of it up, or she's able to get it down, no problem. Thanks, Soul Taker. Yeah, and he's just a simple, just a banana. I wanted real pure genes. Of course, they had more expensive bananas for different morphs. And I don't like the bananas that have the black specks on them. I mean,
Yeah, the ones I've seen in person had black specks all over them.
I just don't. At first, I liked it. And I thought, well, that does look like a banana. But I thought, well, it's the color, not the I talked myself out of them, especially for the price of those.
It seems like I remember hearing the older they get, the more specs show up, though.
Yeah. He shouldn't get any though. He doesn't have those other genes. So. What you think, Bubba? You're cold. You're cold. He lets her have the warmer hide. Well, they're both warm, but hers is warmer. Osaconda. What did you end up getting for Dusty, Mike?
Soul Taker Steve, he wants to know how old he is.
I'd have to look on his information. I think he was born in like March or April. So he's like, yeah, he was born in the late spring or middle of spring. I've got all that info, all of his sheds, everything. Every time they fed him.
Grasshopper wants to know if you'll give him a live mice again if he doesn't eat the dead ones.
Nope. I'll catch him sleeping and pry his mouth open and put a dead one in there. Cram it down. He'll start eating it.
Mike says he got the little baby yellow belly and then he got a big female normal.
That's right. I remember the yellow belly. That feels so good on my hand. Squeezing and releasing, squeezing and releasing. Good kid. Need a good name for him for sure. You're okay. You're not going to fall. He seems to think he's going to fall. Oh, he sees that other snake. I see what he's doing. There's a corn snake about a foot from his face. Now, that's better. Don't look down there. Duh. He must have recognized it was a snake, even though it's just laying there. Because I don't want to encourage him to want just live. If he takes one finally after he's gone like a month without eating, then he might fast again for a month. There's different theories on it and different experts do it different ways, but that's what worked with the other one, that looked so rough. I started just force feeding her, and then she got so she would, I just had to put it in her mouth and get it started, and she would eat it. I didn't have to push it down literally with a pencil eraser like the first few.
I got a reaction from Courtney on one of my posts on Facebook. I always laugh when I get a reaction. It's like she'll say "Mom." She said "Mom" this time. Sometimes she'll say, "Oh my God, Mom." It always makes me laugh. It's like my day is better now. I got a reaction from my daughter. I should show you what I posted. Anybody who's easily offended, though, like block your screen for a minute while I show you this.
Let me hide my screen.
Yeah, hide your screen.
Take me down. You're going to take me down, right?
Yeah. Well, it'll automatically take you down when I bring this up. I'm only going to leave this up for a minute because I don't want to make everybody mad.
I'm mad. Too small on.
Huh?
It's too small on the phone to see.
Oh.
I can see the bottom part.
It says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?"
Oh. That's filth.
And Courtney says, Mom.
Yeah. I can't believe you let my banana see that. It got his attention, though.
Yeah, when one of my kids got a pie, ball python, and it had been eating live food, and we would put it in a tub and then take tongs and like warm up the mouse and then take tongs and kind of wiggle it a little bit. And she got on pretty fast.
I might try that if he doesn't. He had just eaten like 3 days before I got him, so the others had been a week, the other two.
I got it to eat the first one because my daughter had been trying, and I put it in some really warm water and tried, and I got it to eat right away. So
A lot of times what Reggie, that common one over there in the flower pot, he does is he'll strike it finally after forever, and then I'll go away and I'll come back and he won't have eaten it.
Mike says his left arm is almost solid black. Yeah.
From IVs and stuff, I guess. There's a guy named Dave, D-A-V, I guess it's Dave Hoffman, and he's a reptile expert, and he just did a video not long ago, like a feature-length movie of ball pythons, and he went to the 3 African countries where they're collected, and it was really interesting. They found a burrow where there were several females that had clutches of eggs, and they were multi-snakes in the same burrow. But, here everything you hear is, well, you're not supposed to have 2 males, but those females were getting along fine. Some people say you can have a male and a female as long as they're not breeding, or when they're finished breeding, separate them. I could see where 2 males would fight for territory. What you see? What you see, kiddo?
He's gonna eat the camera.
What he sees me, probably. Didn't see if any names came up or not, but I'm gonna try to name him next. It's a pretty snake.
You could name him Bobama.
Bobama?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Oh, like the kids' song, Nana Nana Bobama.
No, Pam. It's a wonder they let you name your kids. They probably didn't. Craig, bloody doctors are trained butchers. That's for sure.
Oh, my mom got mad at me when I named my kids. She got really irritated when I named Courtney. She said that was a boy's name, not a girl's name.
Name him Chip.
And she got mad when I named Tucker. She said, you know what the kids are going to call him in school?
Well, your mother her mind was in the gutter, wasn't it?
And I looked at her when she told me that. I looked at her and I said, and you tell me this after what you named my sister. Because my sister's name was, are you ready for this? Tampa Rosette. And
Why?
she's like giving me a bad time about naming Tucker. And you know what? My sister got called in school.
Tampax.
Yep.
And the rosette means red. Red tampon. Why would she name her red tampon?
I don't know, but like I say, she was giving me a hard time about naming Tucker, and then I told her that. I said, "Really, Mom?" I was lucky my older brother named me.
Tammy. Tammy.
He was
Nice.
6 years older than me, and he named me after one of his girlfriends in school.
There you go. I'm not sure about chips, Mike. Maybe banana split. He's really tamed down pretty good. She's out all over the place over there, probably looking for him. The girl's looking for you over there. All up at the top, going around the rim. I think of something. It doesn't have to be bananas, anything. His belly sure is pretty.
You could name him Custer after General Custer. I think that would be a good name.
Nice and chunky. Chunky boy. So far, none of the three of them have bitten me. It's gone real slow with them and don't scare them. Try not to scare them. I got bit by that first one I had out a while ago the other night, and it was my fault. I dropped the mouse from the tweezers in front of her, and I thought it's probably a 50-50 chance I can't reach it with the tongs. If I reach down in there and get it, that I'll get bit, and it was 50 bit. She let go real quick. It didn't hurt at all. You just know it. It's just like a little pinprick at that size. I mean, I've had 2 snake bites now, but I got the mouse, and she ate it. So I like that better than chips. He climbs awful good to have that spider, that neurological wobble gene. Robin Hood Disney movie. Sir Hiss. Ah, what kind of snake did you have? I feel like I'm stepping into a trap here. What kind of snake did you have, Grasshopper?
Albino California King.
Nice. What happened? Popo make you let it go? One thing about the ball pythons is line breeding is not an issue, they say. At least some of the streams I've listened to. With them, it's more likely. Yeah. All right. You're a busy boy. That's so rewarding for him not to be afraid of my fingers and hands. And
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid at all. That's pretty cool.
he's not as calm as the tide or the cinnamon. Uh-oh. Mike, you've hurt Sam's feelings now. Vanilla Sky. That's not bad. It's a boy, but I don't think name. Hey, Anthony. Yeah,
Anthony.
this is my banana. I'm about to get out the killer bee. What are you up to, Priscilla? What are y'all up to? Anthony's got an awesome snake. Came from George. I think his ball python's pretty big, though. All right, I'm going to get that other one real quick, or not.
Oh, that's not good, Craig. I hope she's okay. I think my coffee's just about ready. Priscilla's is a female a year younger than my male. Their body's about the same, but my snake's head is larger. Her snake's appetite is ferocious. Are you going to breed the two of them together when they get big enough? I'm going to go get my coffee. I think it's done, Bob.
Go ahead.
Where's the snake?
I didn't get her out because she moved down to the bottom in the back. Plus, she needs a soak and to be her dead skin spongy. I didn't get her out.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back.
Got to live in the same state. Lots of balls eat so much their heads don't grow. Yeah, I noticed that Sandy, now that he's 2 or 3 years old, his head caught up with his body. Let's get Sandy out if he's awake, the biggest one. Andy's asleep, but Reggie's awake. He hadn't been out in a while. Oops, scared him. Growth spurts are strange. Diamond pythons. Now, what are those, Craig? Oh, you're in, that's right, the other side of the world. Thanks for the links, Sam. Yeah, this is a normal. He's a little snake that Petco had. I don't know. May have had him a year now. Ago.
What?
He didn't sell, but I kept noticing him in there. I thought he was pretty when I got him. He likes to fish. He likes to go around when I feed fish and look at all the tanks with me carrying him, of course.
Ah, coffee.
I can smell it. I didn't get him afternoon. He was like they're not $99.99 or whatever. I didn't get him on sale. He was there like, I don't know, a month or 6 weeks, and he was always out. The others would hide, and I'd stop and look at him, and I thought, what the heck? I got him. He's the one that I used to be silly and say he liked to hear stories and stuff, and I'd sit with him on my chest and tell him about how he came to America and make up all these stories, and he would just sit and watch me. It's like I want to go back to Petco. He's the finicky eater. He's the one that takes the mice, but he doesn't eat them sometimes. But he looks fine. I haven't held him in a few weeks, so that's why he's ready for action, you see. Put your hand up there, Pam, real quick and see what he does.
Would he bite me?
Probably. He's wound up. I leaned over to read the chat and he jerked away. It scared him. You know, things up above are what scare them. The bird or something. Anthony, they had their 50% off sale at Petco not too long ago. I did get some things. I got those giant day geckos, the crimsons, and they turned out to be a pair, I think. They're doing awesome. And it seems like I got something else. I spent like $300, $250, but I don't know what else I got. The 3 geckos I've got are all still doing great. They're pretty cool. None of those I bought. They were just given to me, came to me. Breathing so fast. Settle down.
Is he nervous?
A little bit. He's starting to relax, I think. I handled him a lot when I first got him. I just hadn't.
Oh, Anthony says all reptiles are 50% off for Black Friday with some killer deals on terrariums.
Oh. I guess the whole weekend, maybe. I don't know. Well, I sure don't need anything.
I might get the 20 long footprint terrarium and a leopard gecko.
I've got 3 leopard geckos. If you were close, you could have them. Of course, you couldn't keep them all together. One was a pet. The girl went away to college. He's big. She brought him to the Ark and all this setup. And then the last 2 came from LFS. Buddy brought them in and said their dad wasn't taking care of them, but they're in good shape. They were fighting, so I had to put them in 2 different habitats. So that was my last 2 tanks without fish in them. The zoo med one with doors. I think that's what that one, the first one I got over there is. It's got like glass up that far and then 2 glass doors. And it's like a 20-gallon maybe, 15 or 20-gallon. And the doors snap shut and you can lock them. It's screen on top. Of what kind it is. And that was laying in the fish room and the burglar ran across the roof. That's what somebody said about these day geckos if they get out. I think it was Clint that does the Clint's reptiles. That they'll turn back up. One of them got out at Petco, and man, they're fast. But luckily, there were two associates there because they knew how fast they were, and they caught it. They come and take food right out of my hand. The geckos do. The day geckos take it right out of my hand as long as I keep my hand still. Come across the wall on the roof. Oh, nice. There he goes. He's relaxing now. Can't see if he's flicking his tongue. Walk, not wall. If you
I
seen
wonder if they're going to have a sale online at Petco, because maybe I can look and see if I can order my snake stuff then.
that's a good idea. They probably will. Anthony, have you seen my 33 long that's got the corn snakes? I've got 4 corn snakes in it. My coral, I've not been taking a great big care of them, but you know, everything I have is beginner to intermediate, so they're the same. I haven't lost anything, but I'm not infatuated with them like I was. I just maintenance them.
Cyber Monday. Yeah, I'll have to try to make sure I raise enough money by Cyber Monday and see if I can get the stuff ordered I need if it's going to be cheaper.
Anyway, I've got 4 corn snakes in this 33 long in front of me, and they get along great. Except at feeding time, one of them's a little punk. Speak of the devil. It fights the big snakes for their food, and they give up because he's so tough. I have to watch the feeding. That's the one that's such a hellion right there. You. I don't see the 4th one. Probably hiding under that tree bark. She's my buddy. She sits right there. I'm screaming and she's awake. Can't believe I haven't hit a button. Coffee started, cats fed, and watered. Mike's got plans. You must be fixing to upload that video, Mike.
Yeah. I'm going to be watching for that video because I want to see them.
Yeah, me too.
I've been thinking about what I want to do. I want to do like a members only video, but I haven't decided what to do it on yet.
I've got some ideas. I've heard several people say, like watching behavior about the ball pythons, and if they're not flicking their tongue and tasting the air and stuff, then they're really not relaxed. He did straighten out, but being real still. You fiddling with your snake? I know, and I've got 5 snakes right here. I wouldn't mind having one more corn snake. Of course, when they get big, they're going to have to go in like 75 or 125 or something bigger. The axolotls are in the 33 long. Could put them in the 20 long. What is that? What is that you're posting to? And I remember when AOL used to have all those things you could post and it would make a sound or something.
They're posting my little buttons.
Okay.
Keeping the corn snakes together long term.
Yes, they've been in here for, I've had them 3 or 4 months together so far. I had them in just a 10-gallon, then I moved them to a 20 tall, and then LFS had a 33 long that needed resealed. I got it for $20. It's perfect.
Nice. The best deal I ever got on a tank. I went into Petco and they had their dollar per gallon sale going on, and I picked up a 29-gallon tank, and I got a lid and a couple other things, some gravel, and when I got up to the counter, the tank rang up at $32, and I said, "Well, isn't it supposed to be $29?" And the guy says, "Oh yeah," so he changed it, and I got everything loaded up in the trunk, and I got halfway home and I grabbed so that didn't quite seem like enough. So I grabbed the receipt and looked at it, and he had sold me the 29-gallon tank for $2.
Oh my God.
So that was the best deal I ever got on a tank.
Yes. The corn snakes are so good. They're prey drive, I think is what it's called. So strong they'll meet me. I just have to show them the little mouse, the little pinky, and they come right up and get it. They are trained and ready to eat. You don't have to vet you guys, do you?
That's all for today. Well, I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because it's kind of quiet right now, and I'm going to try to get ready to do like an awesome thing and a giveaway. So you guys be sure to come in for my Saturday stream because I'm going to start doing giveaways again. I really miss doing them.
If you don't cancel.
Oh, I know. This Saturday I had to cancel because I woke up and couldn't breathe. My nose was all stuffed up, and I'm still like a little bit stuffy and sneezed, but I didn't want to miss another one. So, did you notice the picture I put on the stream?
I did. Oh no, I'm thinking.
Was a sneezing fish. I thought it was appropriate.
No, I didn't. I was thinking about your picture you changed on YouTube. Facebook.
Okay, well, everybody have a good night, and thank you for coming in.
Good night.
Like I said, I'm going to stream Saturday night, and one of these upcoming nights, I'm either going to do a members-only stream or post a members-only video. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to do something here pretty quick. So, but like I said, I'm definitely going to have a couple things to give away on Saturday because I haven't done it for a while, and I've kind of missed doing it. So be sure to come in Saturday, and everybody have a good night. And thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Gimpy Grumpy.
Thank you for modding Grasshopper. And thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Everybody. Don't cuss yet, Bob.
Hurry up, damn it.